Yeah, we're ready. Okay, guys, how's it going?
Oh boy, episode 2.
Because we had a second episode, but we didn't upload it because it
For
was terrible.
for good reason.
It was absolutely terrible.
We should just have like a premium YouTube or some shit where they
or like
pay
a
us.
Patreon,
Patreon where like they
everybody,
pay us enough.
like if they donate to us, they can see all our scrapped episodes that
Yeah.
were absolutely terrible.
Yeah, we just put everything on like private or something like that and leave the link. And then it could be interesting if we get enough views. Yeah, how should we say Pedro, say hi.
Hi.
Well, I didn't do a proper intro. So hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Diego, back with another episode of the Pointless Podcast. The podcast that still doesn't have an official name because technically,
what is wrong with Cocks and Rocks?
It's terrible.
Cocks
technically,
and
the
Rocks.
Pointless Podcast is its temporary name because we're trying to find a better name.
Cocks and Rocks.
We're not doing that. But anyways, welcome.
Chicks with dicks.
Welcome to episode 2, where we're going to be talking about excessive remakes.
Oh,
and I mean,
am I throbbing for this one?
And live action remakes, excessive remakes of any type, honestly.
Are you throbbing for this one, Pedro?
Oh
Yes.
God. Anyways,
Okay,
so yeah, this is something that we're clearly passionate about because technically, the theaters are bombarded with it, right?
Oh my! They've been bombarded for years.
Yes, that's all we have nowadays. We have nothing original.
It's like every week there's a new fucking remake.
I know.
Yeah, every week there's a new trailer for like a Disney live action remake on trending on YouTube, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like we don't know how to react to it. Like, what, are we supposed to care?
Yeah.
Hello?
Honestly, this has been going on for how long now?
Too long.
Too long, but I'm trying to think.
What was the first official
I don't know.
live action remake?
I'm trying to remember.
I think it was like Beauty and the Beast or Cinderella or something.
It might have been, yeah.
And even I feel like those weren't as big.
I feel like when I first started getting tired of it was RoboCop. You guys remember RoboCop?
Yeah, I saw that movie.
I saw the originals.
It was okay.
I hated it.
I didn't see the originals.
It did such a disservice to the originals that's why I hated it.
Wait, when was the RoboCop remake?
Oh,
2014,
God.
I think. Or was it?
No, it was sooner.
Earlier.
It was way
2012.
I think something.
I don't even remember that
We
coming
might have
out.
to look it up, but that's when I was like, this is getting excessive. Like they always fucking do this. It's always like they always look at like an old movie, they make a movie, they do shitty writing, and just hope that people will accept it because it's what they remember. Is like they grew up with. It's nostalgic, and make a quick buck out of it. That's all these movies are. They're just a quick cash grab.
Honestly, it's a real insult when they try to cash off of nostalgia.
And that's what they've been doing, and no one's been saying anything off of it.
Yeah.
Like the most recent one I've seen that's a remake is the Zombieland 2. I mean that was alright, but
That wasn't a remake. It wasn't a remake.
It wasn't a remake. It was
Well,
just
not a remake,
it was
but
a
it was
direct
like-
sequel.
Oh yeah,
That's
sequel.
fine.
But
I'm fine with direct sequels as long as like
Okay.
they're not. I don't know. Like it depends how long they are
Yeah.
between like the first movie and the second movie, and how well of a job they do. Like we saw Zombieland 2.
But
I
do you
enjoyed
think,
it.
Do you think that they brought that back because like of all the the sequels and stuff that like Terminator
know.
got
I don't
sequels?
know.
I mean,
so-
it's definitely possible.
Terminator.
But I
like,
think the
sequels
difference
are-
is I haven't seen Zombieland 2, but I've heard good things, so I'm assuming that they did very
Oh
well.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
were
was a
there,
pretty good movie.
Yeah. It was
So
pretty good.
I'm gonna assume that it's just did very well. So basically, my point is here, like if it's done right, like Zombieland 2, then
Mhm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of
yeah,
the times,
done
people
right.
are just cashing out on nostalgia.
Exactly. Yeah, and
trends
that's the problem.
nowadays,
That's
you
the
know?
problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's too many of that going on, and it's just what the fuck.
Yeah, that's what happened with that new Terminator movie. And
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
that one did. I heard it wasn't a bad movie, but it just didn't do well because nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted to see it. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
planning on watching it.
I'm not planning on
I don't
watching
want to see.
I've seen pretty much all the Terminator movies.
I've never seen the Terminator. I've only seen Terminator Salvation, and it was okay.
Salvation is fucking terrible compared to the other. The first.
If I'm gonna be honest, it was a bit boring.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Yeah, I know. I heard it was bad. I watched it. I'm like, it's bad. The best movies are 1 and 2. 2 being the best.
Yeah.
3 is terrible. Salvation's terrible. This one before this newest one, I saw
Genesis. I think?
Genesis. That was okay. 3 was terrible. Salvation's terrible. And then this new one I haven't seen yet.
Are they all sequel? Are they all still part of the main series? Like,
Yeah.
Are some of them like direct sequels from like?
I don't know anymore, honestly.
Yeah, there's
like,
so many of them. I can't even keep track.
it's all like going crazy.
Yeah,
I
because
just
that's the
can't tell
thing. That's
anymore.
the thing about franchises, right? Is that when they make remakes and continuations, the whole series just gets so
Like
convoluted.
I'm fine when it's a prequel, but they have to like make sure
Yeah.
like they clearly say it's a prequel.
Yeah.
When they just like throw a movie out there and just
Yeah.
assume that you'll like know.
But what I hate is when they like the whole franchise gets so convoluted, right?
Mhm, yeah.
That you don't even understand what's happening anymore. I mean, look at the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh,
what the
fuck.
fuck is happening with that one?
Isn't it like 1, 2, like 6, 5, some bullshit
It's at like
that?
9 right now or something. And
But
then they
the
did
order-
the Hobbs and Shaw
The
shit.
yeah.
order is so fucked.
It's so weird, dude. Honestly,
It's
I
not
only
even-
saw like the first couple, and I didn't think they were bad, but. Then 5 came around, and
I don't
I was
know.
like, "What
They,
the
like-
fuck is happening
They
anymore?"
like went from like straight up cars to fucking like superhumans and Black Superman, as they said in Hobbs and Shaw,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
which is I'm pretty sure
Idris
that's part of the
Elba.
same world.
I like you, but
No, I love Idris Elba.
I love him. You know what I find hilarious? The whole James Bond thing. How they were gonna have him, but it's like that wouldn't make sense. People are like, people are like, you can't have him be James Bond. He's black. And people are like, you're fucking racist. No, it's because James Bond's European, and he goes to Europe a lot, and he goes to places where there's not a lot of black people in Europe. So it's like,
so
it's
I'm-
like, what's he gonna do? Like blend in? No, he's the one black guy in like Ireland.
Yeah, usually I would like
That's not racist. It's
give
just
the
how it is.
I would be
Yeah.
open minded about something like this, but as someone who's very passionate about like specific original source material and people who stick with those, I can understand why people can want
and that's the thing. It's
James
not.
Bond to be. Yeah, it's not racist.
It's not
You just want to
racism,
stick to the original
But people
source
jump to
material.
conclusions on that, and that's like,
Yeah.
come on, like.
No, you just want to respect the original
Yeah.
source material.
That's
That's
what-
understandable.
I hated Aquaman. That was one of the main factors that bugged me.
Yeah.
Was when they went and just made him look like a caveman.
And I feel like they're doing that now just to be like culturally acceptable, like because like the times are changing and stuff.
I
and
know,
feel
but
like,
they don't need to go overboard with this shit.
Yeah.
And just
Honestly,
try to like.
if I'm gonna be honest, right, this is the truth of it, right? They're doing it just to seem that way. Yes, they probably care about it, but at the end of the day, they're just doing it as a
Yeah.
publicity stunt. So
Like-
in reality, they don't really care.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like the Flash. Yeah, he's supposed to be white, but he's supposed to be blonde. Don't make him some weird dark hair kid who like just robs convenience stores and shit.
Maybe that's why Mihail doesn't like the new Spider-Man movie.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like Tom Holland's doing good with it.
I don't know. I haven't really seen any of the new Tom Holland Spider-Man, so I
They're
can't
good.
really say
They're good.
anything.
I mean, Tobey Maguire's still #1, for
Yeah.
sure. Except for in Spider-Man 3. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, that was weird.
See, there's always like the good movie. They make like an okay sequel, and then they make a shitty like third movie.
Yeah.
It's always that third one that fucking sucks, unless it's like
So the Andrew
I don't know.
Garfield Spider-Man is an example of like a bad remake, but like,
Yeah.
are you saying Tom Holland?
I'm
version
saying
is
I
a
like
good-
I thought the first Amazing Spider-Man movie was okay. Then the second one was like and then they dropped the ball and said okay, no more Andrew
I don't know.
Garfield.
That whole series was a little iffy to me.
It
from-
was
to
the first
begin
movie
with.
was like okay, and then they tried to make
Yeah.
the second one, and then they just like
Yeah, he just.
And then by the second one, I was invested into the story, but when they say that they canceled it, I was like, well, fuck these guys.
yeah, that's how I was. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of invested. Like by the second movie, was like it wasn't good, but I'm like it's okay. I'm invested, and then they said fuck it, and I'm like okay, fuck you
Yeah.
then.
It's exactly what happened with the Tobey Maguire one too. Like apparently they were supposed to make a fourth one after the third, which never happened. I was
Yeah.
really disappointed when I found that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like that sucks.
I don't know. Like just sticking to source material always like bugs me when they don't do it. Like
Mm.
I understand you want to change things up so people don't know what's gonna happen, but when you change it so much, like if you're like I saw recently Batman Hush. Like I love all the new DC animated movies that they do.
Mhm.
Like they're doing a great job with them.
Yeah, that one looked kind of cool. How
It-
was that?
The ending disappointed me because they messed up. They didn't mess up. They changed like a character's origin.
Mhm.
Hush was not supposed to be spoilers. Do you care if I spoil it or not?
No, I don't care.
They made it the Riddler. He
Okay.
wasn't supposed to be Riddler. It was supposed to be Thomas Elliot, who was like a friend of Batman, and he apparently like dies in the movie or something. It's fucking weird. Like he wasn't supposed to be Riddler.
Hmm.
It's super weird. Like he has cancer. He goes to the Lazarus Pit. Is cured of his cancer, and then it's fucking stupid. Like it was supposed to be Thomas Elliot, and then yeah, but then they just like killed him off and said fuck it. It's
Yeah.
Riddler now, and I really didn't like it because of that.
Oh wait, Alex,
Hmm.
we still didn't get an official answer, and I feel like we could
shit,
finally
yeah,
hear
we
it.
went on a tangent, yeah.
We no,
Oh.
not by that. This is something different. We're gonna go off on another tangent. We'll
Oh,
get
boy.
back on it in just a second here on the live action remakes and how excessive they are. But we've been trying to ask you because I think you've seen it. But what did you think of Joker?
I haven't seen it yet.
You
Oh,
haven't
you
seen
did?
I was
it?
going to see it on Tuesday, and then like I totally forgot about it and was focused on homework.
I guess
I
that
know.
makes sense. Damn, I was really hoping to get your input on it because, like,
I need to
Pedro
see
and
it.
I
can
Pedro
probably find it illegally online as I usually do.
Yeah.
just
I'm
admit
dabbing.
that on
I'm
the
dabbing.
podcast.
It's so easy nowadays.
Everyone does it.
Everyone does it.
Yeah,
like I know.
Dude, I don't do it, but like I just search it. Like
You can find it's so easy. You just look up the movie free online, and you get like a million pages.
Yeah.
It took me a while to find. Actually, when King of the Monsters came out, it was going to come on DVD, and I wanted to rewatch it. I couldn't find it anywhere, and then I found like one site after like a million like Google pages. And I found it for free, which was great. And then it's just like I don't know. It takes a while to find because.
Is this something you really want to be admitting on the podcast?
I don't know.
Everyone does it.
Everyone fucking does it nowadays. It wasn't me. It was Joe.
Yeah.
It was Joe. Yes.
Oh, I wanted to bring up something. So like, did any of you guys watch the new Chucky or like the new Halloween movie?
I saw Halloween.
Because aren't those remakes technically? Or...
Halloween is supposed to be a direct sequel from the original.
I heard
it does go out of the time. It goes with the timeline. Like it's supposed to be like a direct sequel.
Of just the original.
Of just the
Everything
first one.
else is like.
And then I heard Chucky's supposed to be like a modern remake of the first one.
So
That's what I heard.
I got this one because I'm a horror movie fan, right?
Yeah.
So Halloween was great. I liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
Halloween, they did such a good job with it. Chucky, absolute garbage.
Oh,
absolute.
I only
garbage.
heard about
Is that
it.
supposed to be a modern spin on? Like,
It is supposed to be a modern spin on Chucky, and they did it.
But is
so
it about
terribly.
the original? Is it like the original like characters?
They don't do anything with the original.
Oh,
Because in
oh
the
my
original,
God.
he gets possessed by a serial killer.
Yeah.
Which would make sense as to why he's murderous.
Yeah.
This
But is
time around,
Andy still in the movie, or is it like completely different
what
characters?
was his name? Andy.
Barclay, I
It
think.
was probably Andy. I'm not sure if they stuck with like the same last names or whatever. I'm not really sure about that kind of continuity. But they did not stick with how like Chucky originally started. They made him an AI thing, like robot gone wrong, and it was absolute dog shit.
And it had to do with some app or something, right?
Yeah, it had to do some shitty ass.
Stupid.
I want to watch it because I know
That's like a main villain's like final plan, like make an AI or make an app. That's what fucking Kingsman was like an app. That
If
kills
they
people.
do it right, it's great.
But that's like a final like end game like villain's like main plan thing. That's not like a whole like movie based off of it where they fucking do it so terribly it ruins it all.
And the whole point, right? Like the guy who was messing with the AI, right? Because it was a guy obviously who was behind the whole Chucky thing.
Yeah.
First off, he dies in the very beginning.
Oh my fucking god.
Right? He kills himself. Second off, we don't even know the actual reason why. We just see him being oppressed by some person in the beginning of the movie.
So he's just
he's clearly living a tough life.
So it's just some depressed guy who wanted to like do something.
Yeah, and this was like a different country. You know, they make these kind of stuff in different countries, right? So he was like this like Asian guy who's being oppressed by like his boss while he's making this Chucky doll, and again, he clearly has a tough life, but then he like messes with like the configuration or whatever, and then after that he fucking kills himself. The movie starts and that's it.
That's
like
stupid.
we get like no explanation.
Wait, so I have a question.
Like at all.
So like when he messes with the thing before he dies, that's what causes Chucky to like become Chucky, or does
Pretty much, that's what's insinuating.
That's fucking stupid.
It's dumb because like there's no explanation.
It's just him taking his anger out on his boss and then fucking. That's fucking stupid.
And the weirdest part about it is that somewhere down the line, other toys get that weird configuration thing too. So Chucky is technically not the only killer toy out there. There's like at the end, there's like this.
Oh god, they're gonna make sequels. For
No, not like that. It's not like in separate areas. It was all in this like one store.
Okay, that makes it. I thought it's gonna be like some like.
Yeah, I thought.
I
thought they're gonna be like it goes.
Exactly, it doesn't. Like I'm not sure because
maybe like Chucky has, like that thing that he has. Maybe it's like HIV or something. It's like.
It's like spreading.
Yeah. Like Ultron.
So what
Ultron.
I thought, right, is I thought like because from what I remember, the guy only messed with Chucky's configuration. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, how are these other? Oh, so no, I remember how. I think it was Chucky who was messing with the overall like configuration.
So he made him that self-aware too. Oh my fucking god.
Exactly. Like it doesn't.
That's so
sense.
convenient movie plot.
Yeah, like Chucky's not that smart. All he knows is.
So technically, you're right.
He is pretty smart.
So technically, you're right about the HIV thing. It was kind of a disease because he got one to be somewhat self-aware.
And then it taught everyone else.
And then basically made everything else self-aware.
So he went as far. You like if you're gonna like get back, you would just make it like where it killed him. You don't make it like so fucking complex where it makes itself aware and affects it. That's fucking stupid.
It's funny because like that's like a logical standpoint aside from like something you would see like like in the original Chuck he got possessed.
Yeah.
Which is something that we probably wouldn't believe because we don't believe in that spiritual stuff. But like it still makes sense for a horror movie.
That makes more fucking sense.
So what's the whole plot? Like, why is he killing people? Because in the originals, he's trying to get his soul back into a body.
And then people are just in the way, and he's killing them to get them out of the way.
So like
in this one, literally the reason why he kills people, right, is because he befriends. I'm just gonna call him Andy because I don't fucking know his name in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Toy Story gone
Yeah.
wrong.
So, anyways, so he befriends Andy, right? And basically, he like makes this fucking self vow, right, saying, "I will protect Andy." You know, I will protect it. And like, there's people who are like bullying him, and like at one point, his mom's boyfriend is like fucking abusing him verbally, and then Chucky is like, "You know what? I'm gonna kill this bitch," and he does. Everything about the movie, even the
So
looks.
he just does it just because of that vow in the beginning.
It's not even a vow. It's just like something that you just kind of
promise.
kind of. I don't even remember what they did. It's just something that you kind of assume because like you see Chucky like is somewhat like I guess sympathetic towards Andy. So it's like okay, I guess it makes sense that he's gonna start killing people that mess with Andy. Okay, I guess.
Was it only? Did he only go after people who messed with Andy?
Pretty much, but then Andy started like getting mad at Chucky for basically killing these people, and then Chucky was like, "What the fuck am I doing wrong? Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to kill everybody now."
That's fucking stupid. Oh
Basically.
my fucking god.
That's how I
fucking
That's how I remember it.
I
Cause
wanna
out of
watch
nowhere,
this now.
I don't.
Because out of nowhere, he starts trying to kill Andy's mom, and then Andy
What
is
the
like,
fuck?
"I don't understand anymore."
That's fucking stupid.
I think I might rent this tonight and see how bad it is.
What I thought you said like the whole like he's spreading to other things to get back on.
Oh, it's so terrible.
I thought they were gonna be like this whole like, okay, he infects like it affects Chucky, and then like it goes like across the country somewhere else, and they like come together for some bullshit. Or they make like multiple fucking movies to waste your fucking time and money.
Yeah, honestly, this new Chucky movie, it felt
Like that's
if there
why,
was ever a cash grab, that's what it felt like.
I felt like that's what they're gonna do with like the whole like MonsterVerse thing. I mean not Monster. I'm thinking like no, MonsterVerse is different. I mean like
I'd be okay with MonsterVerse.
I meant like like how like they're doing like the Mummy and shit. Like how they
that
were
was
like,
terrible.
They were gonna like start like a whole like series where they did like different movies like and then bring them all together for like Monster Squad.
When I saw that, I was when I saw that I was like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting because that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then when
they
I
brought
saw
it up at the end of the movie, they're like, okay,
yeah.
there's other monsters out there, we're gonna find them, and it's like, oh, they didn't make any other sequels. So.
Yeah.
No
but then
Dracula.
when I saw how they did the Mummy movie, I was like, okay, it's gonna be shit.
Yeah,
because I did not like how they did that.
I did not enjoy the movie.
I didn't even watch the movie. I just saw the trailer.
I
watched
watched it.
Terrible.
I watched it, and it was not worth. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time.
I thought it was like a whole Mummy remake from like that Mummy franchise.
Yeah,
with
Fraser. Yeah.
with Brendan Fraser.
No, they don't. They just went a whole different fucking route and fucked.
I love that franchise by the way.
I loved it too.
That was great. That was a good movie.
And then they made so many remakes and shit where it's just I don't fucking know anymore.
Yeah, they did like they do good remakes too. I mean, like
there are good remakes. Yeah.
Like I mean, look at the MonsterVerse. I mean, yeah, they're okay. I mean,
they're okay.
Kong was my favorite one so far.
Oh, yeah, I think so too actually.
Cause I really like King of the Monsters. I really like that.
I like that movie. Yeah.
2014 one was actual shit though.
Oh my god, 15 minutes of Godzilla, and he's the main fucking. They focus too much on the humans, who I can't even fucking name. No one can fucking name them.
I just know that
I only know
they were Marvel characters because eventually they were in Marvel movies. I know Scarlet Witch is in there.
Oh my, I don't give a fuck.
I think Quicksilver was in there.
I couldn't
Not
give
Quicksilver. I don't know.
In same King of the Monsters, like I couldn't even. I can remember Dr. Sarah's out. The rest of them, I couldn't give a fuck about. I couldn't remember, and I don't care about because
I fucking love
they aren't relevant to the plot. They're not. I mean, they are, but they're not what we fucking came for.
If I'm gonna be honest, I quite like the characters in King of the Monsters. I actually kind of like them.
I couldn't remember the name. I didn't give a fuck.
Mark Russell, I think.
I don't fucking know or care. With Kong though, I felt like the characters had more meaning, and I could I don't know. I felt like they were written better.
I was actually kind of happy that they didn't use like some of the previous characters because there's always like the same Jack Driscoll and the Carl Denham and stuff like the original names of the characters from like the previous movies. Oh. But they came up with completely new characters.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was appropriate because it's like it's a different series,
Yeah, I felt like they did well with that as well as the writing for the characters. Like they didn't although the main focus was kind of on them, they didn't do an obnoxiously amount as they did with 2014, and they still did better than they did with King of the Monsters, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I could back that up. But if I'm going to be honest, I just felt like the human story in King of the Monsters. If I were to compare it to 2014, it's a massive improvement.
Oh fuck yeah! For
2014, here's what I didn't like about it, right? Because I automatically knew after watching 2014 Godzilla, I was like, yeah, we're never going to see these characters again, huh? And
I don't
we
think
never did. We never do. And they're not relevant at all. So there was technically no point in them. The only person I remember was Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, let's say, yeah.
Like that's the only person that
And
I
he died
actually
in
liked.
the
And he
movie.
fucking died.
Yeah,
like,
but
Oh
it's
see,
sad.
shit! Yeah, he did. Oh my god.
I was hoping it was gonna be the main character. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be awesome. Bryan
I didn't
Cranston.
think he was
Wasn't
gonna
he like
die.
a majority? I think wasn't he like in majority of the trailer too?
Yeah, they like
That's
showed
the
him
whole-
off because he's like the star
Like,
actor.
he's exactly like he's the well-known one.
So they immediately kill. Oh my fucking god!
Because at the time I think he was really blowing
that
up with the
movie's
Breaking Bad.
that movie's
Mhm.
fucking even
Yeah.
worse than I fucking initially thought. Jesus.
Yeah.
So basically, they had him for less than half of the movie,
Yeah.
and they only put his face on the
They
trailers.
probably
Just
just
He
for
was like the main
just to get
focus of the
people.
trailer.
to
Exactly.
gain hype, probably.
Yeah. Oh my fucking
Oh yeah,
god.
most likely. So basically, they scam people.
It's worse than I fucking thought.
And it's not just. I also saw that there was like a picture before they actually released the 2014 Godzilla of the monster he was supposed to fight, and it was like not supposed to, but the monster that they said he was gonna fight, and it was this like multiple-legged monster. It looked kind of cool, but then out of nowhere they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna be fighting Mutos, and then I was like, oh okay. And then I saw the Mutos, and if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think they were really good for a first-time enemy.
I didn't know. I didn't think so either. I felt I don't know. They just felt.
I felt like they should have gone with something more well-known.
They
To
should
hype
have.
it up, you know.
They should have, yeah. Like when
Just
they
start out
went,
with
as soon as
a
they did
bang.
King Ghidorah, like King of the Monsters, like everyone's like, oh shit, shit's about to go down.
So I think the reason why they didn't add like monsters before. So you know how we thought that big spider monster was gonna be Kumonga, but
Yeah.
it ended up being something else like
Yeah.
Styla or whatever. I think the reason is because in those companies that made those monsters, I think they had like issues.
They
with
made
copyright.
it. Toho is a bitch to work with when you take their
Yeah.
monsters. Like it costs a lot to use their main monsters,
Yeah, so I guess I can understand
especially when they
why.
break some of them up into other like reserved rights just to get more money.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Like they did with
retarded.
the Mechagodzillas, like
Yeah.
Mechagodzilla 2 and then Kiryu are two fucking different monsters. And they just do that just to fucking be assholes, and it's fucking great. Great job, Toho. fucking clever bastards. Fucking
Well,
great.
actually, it's kind of a blessing that they did this because now the MonsterVerse series are coming out with their own unique
Yeah.
Titans, which I think is kind of cool.
I just don't want like new whole movies based off of them that are written terribly.
I mean, if they could do,
If they do
job.
like a good job, I'll be fine with it.
I feel like they should only do it for like the ones that are really well. Like, don't do one on like just Behemoth, because like, who cares?
Do it on one of the ones we didn't see.
Yeah,
That would.
and then bring him into the franchise eventually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they should
Like,
do.
for example, what's a well-known Titan that we haven't seen yet?
Baragon.
Yes.
Baragon had his own movie.
Yes.
There was some weird shit with the whole like Toho fucking back in the day with Frankenstein being in giant. It was fucking weird. You know, don't if you look it up, you'll be weirded out, and it doesn't make any sense. But Baragon was like, I don't know, he got like his newest like shit that he had was like in 2004, and like they kind of like redid him in a way, but
Yeah.
that movie was like a different timeline, some shit. But I don't know, like they could do some stuff with him.
Oh, you know what they can do? They can make like maybe like a Mothra origin story and then somehow incorporate Batra into it.
Yeah,
And
I would love to see Batra again.
Yeah.
I would love to see how they do him. That
That-
movie.
that would
movie,
be
he had
kinda
one
cool.
movie. He was great. We want to see more of him. I'd love to see how they make him in the I just don't like. You know, I really didn't like them. This new God, King of the Monsters. How they made Mothra so fucking small.
Yeah.
Mothra was too small and was too weak.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like the wings size seemed appropriate, but the body size seemed weird.
It was weird.
I don't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand that because like I thought she was gonna get crushed, but like, you know she would be a boss. She was doing
That's good. That's fine and all, but why'd they make her so small and weak? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the
like
wings in the body
she
weren't
has multiple
proportionate.
movies where she like fights Godzilla on like equal terms, is able to kick his ass at times.
Yeah. It's funny because Mothra was the one I was most.
And why was there only
excited about
why
seeing.
was there only one larva of the egg? Usually there's like two. There's always been two, along to go with the two like twin people who like talk to them and shit. They only have one.
I like how they reference the twins too.
I like how they did that, and hopefully they show up more in these new movies.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that's so cool. I even remember that.
Dude,
I'm not a
I'd
huge
like
part
to
of
see
this franchise.
Baragon get like his own movie, and then they incorporate him into the series. They did a few stuff. Like they first like made movies, and they put them in with Godzilla like later after
Yeah.
they did Godzilla. Well, actually no, they came after Godzilla, but like Varan, fucking
I think
Lizard.
the main
I'd like to. I don't know. I like the way they had like their own movies and they incorporated them would be good. That'd be a good idea.
I think the main problem with these movies is the fact that They don't put in relevant characters.
They don't put relevant characters, and they do. The writing's the main thing for me. The writing is what really bugs me.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know don't care about that, and I sure as hell was kind of. I don't know. It didn't bother me as much with King of the Monsters. I don't know. It was. Although there were like a lot of like bullshit things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
On the way over here, you guys were also...
A lot of critics didn't like it for that reason.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, and then people from like the who are fans of the franchise,
Big
like,
monster fight. That's basically.
they're like, yeah, they added in more monsters is what we wanted, so fuck
Mhm.
the critics. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, the critics have some voice in this.
Yeah, but
Because, I mean, I guess they know what they're talking about. But, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if the fans of the franchise are happy, then I guess that's it. Because that's kind of what these movies are made for people who actually like them.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
people of the franchise, if they like them, then they like them.
yeah.
You know? But there was another topic that you guys were bringing up that I did want to talk about because it'd be shit-talking a series that I don't really like. But on the way over here, you guys were talking about how this new Star Wars, right?
Oh boy, Pedro, you haven't talked much right now. I don't
Yeah,
know fucking
yeah,
why.
yeah.
Let's hear your thoughts first.
Yeah,
let's
hear
say
your
give you the
thoughts.
wheel. Hope you don't.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited to watch it because I kind of want them to do good with this new one because like the second one, I feel like it was a lot of bullshit. Like
Oh yeah.
I think there was one scene where they made like Leia like she was in space and everyone thought she was dead and then
she what the hell was that?
I was so confused that whole scene. Like I'm pretty sure like the writers of the first one or the directors of the first like the new series is gonna direct this one, so I'm hoping they do good. But like I don't know, like I was watching a video earlier and like some guy apparently had like the ending spoiled for him and like he didn't seem too happy about the ending.
Of this new one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go my thoughts and then you because you have a lot to say about Star Wars.
Actually, I really don't. I've never
don't?
really seen it, so I can't really have an
Oh,
opinion.
how you feel? But yeah, actually, okay, fine.
So I haven't seen any of the new ones. I've tried seeing the old ones before, and I could not get into them for the life of me.
Really?
I just found
I
them
know
boring.
this will be a different talk about how,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I have a passion.
Oh, quite the
opinion,
unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But
Very
okay,
unpopular.
for me, I enjoyed the originals. The prequels were good. They're great for meme material. Very good for meme material. There's so many memes on fucking the prequels, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's mainly why people like them, though. I feel like because of the memes. Like the writing was okay. See once again with the writing, but these new ones, like, I don't know. I feel like they're more like the whole like shitty cash grab thing, where like they just do shitty writing. It's like, oh, we all remember this nostalgia, and then they try to make a quick buck.
Yeah, because I feel like they're just using the old Star Wars characters to get people.
And then they just kill them off immediately.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I feel like they're trying to get a bunch of new fans by introducing like the new like heroes and stuff, but then they still want the money from like the old people who like
but they just killed off all the returning characters. So what the fuck are they gonna do now? They're just gonna have a movie based on these whole new characters, which we don't really give a fuck about.
And I feel like if
who
they're
don't
gonna...
have much anything, like they're just static characters. They don't have any development besides Rey just being a fucking overpowered beast, and that's it. That's all her character is. I want to find her parents, and that's it. It's just I want to find my parents. I have this bullshit power. That's all my character is, and it's fucking stupid. And then Kylo Ren being this emo motherfucker who's just like dark side, dark side, dark side.
Does he have like an actual like? Is he like Thanos and has like an actual understanding?
No, he has like Kylo Ren is interesting because he has like a conflict going on in his heart. So he's like, I'm evil, but I'm still questioning the things I've done and things that have happened, things I've done. So that's why like his betrayal in the second movie of like the bad guys is kind of weird.
Yeah, he's like kind of like a villain, like a.
He's kind of like an
bad guy turned good or something.
No, he's still not good, but he's like I don't like what these guys are doing, but I'm still gonna be bad in a way. It's weird, but it's like seeing him like I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be like good in the third movie.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. He's like interesting. Like that's the one thing I do like him changing a bit. Like they took like an entire fucking movie to do it, because he was in like the new one. They didn't do shit with him besides making kind of the bad guy, and then they did this other one which I did not like. I don't know. They're introducing too many characters, and they don't do anything with them besides just make them be static, and that's what bugged me.
So I have a question. So in this entire series, right? Every movie is like there's like the continuity, right? Like there, like there's nothing like this new movie is not like a direct sequel to like the original. No. Like they're all in line.
Yeah,
in the same
it's just like the time. It's just like a timeline basically.
Okay.
Yeah. They've been going. They've been doing the whole like numbers. Like
'cause
it's not like they did have Rogue One, which was like
a spin-off.
It was before the first.
it was before the fourth movie.
I heard that was a spin-off.
No, it's before.
Or is it a prequel?
It's a prequel to the
Rogue
fourth
One.
movie.
Rogue One, I'm pretty sure it ends with the opening scene of the first movie where Darth Vader enters the ship and stuff like that.
Yeah, they basically do that. So yeah,
It's like literally directly before the
at the end of the movie, the opening scene to the fourth movie,
which is A New Hope, right?
Which is New Hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that. I know they made another one, fucking the Han Solo one. I felt like that one was so forgettable because like
I was only gonna
I feel
watch
like
it
nowody mentions it. I hear people mention.
I heard
Star Wars all
it was
the
really
time.
hyped up, and I'm
because
like,
Donald Glover was in it and stuff.
I
Did it just not live up to the hype?
I never watched it.
I never watched it.
I
Yeah,
don't
see, that's the thing. Like people are hyped about, it, they never watched it, or they
Like-
watched it and they're disappointed.
The actor didn't really seem like it didn't do much for me, so that's why I didn't watch it. I'm
I
like,
know.
it doesn't really seem like a Han Solo type character.
Yeah, I
in
know.
my-
And
in
then
my
they're doing
opinion.
all these like spin-offs now. It's
That's-
like, stop trying to milk
like, I
Star
think
Wars.
Obi-Wan-
See
Obi-Wan's getting
that's
his own movie.
that's why I hate the excessiveness of all this, right? Because
Mhm.
they don't give people time to be excited about it.
Mm-mm.
It's almost as if they're spewing it out.
No, they're trying to milk it
You
for
know,
all it's worth.
and they're trying to do it as fast as they can, you
Mhm.
know, because like the whole remake craze is, you know, you don't know when it's gonna end. So like, all right, let's just do this as quick as possible. So they just spew it all out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, too many people are just, I don't know, they're just trying to milk all the money they can before they run out of ideas for
Mhm.
good. Like I feel like it's the end. It's an end of an era of like good movies. Like they're
Yeah.
so hard. They're so hard to like come by nowadays.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate the Jurassic Park / World franchise.
Jurassic
But-
World has done well.
Despite
The second movie was.
Despite
Mhm.
what I think about this franchise, my final thoughts on Fallen Kingdom. This is where I crossed the fucking
Okay,
line. I did
yeah.
not like Fallen Kingdom. That
No,
much.
That was
There
another
was
one.
so much wrong with that
a lot of
movie.
people didn't.
Okay, 3 years. They made us wait 3 years. Okay, because
For
Jurassic
this.
World was released in 2015. And they said that there wouldn't be a sequel until 2018. So you'd expect, right, with 3 years worth of hype,
Yeah, you
3
expect
years
some.
worth of waiting,
you
you would
expect a good
expect
movie.
something good. But it was full of, I mean, sure, they had the relevant characters back. That's great.
Mhm.
But they also had a bunch of irrelevant characters. They had a bad guy that was absolute shit and didn't make a lot of sense what he was doing.
Mhm.
They had an unnecessary plot twist. They had a fucking post-credit scene that led to absolutely nowhere.
Oh, they did. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
The only thing I
I
remember, I
didn't
didn't
like the
watch
movie.
the whole entire movie, but the only thing I remember that I hate a lot was that black kid. He was screaming.
Justin Smith.
He was
Oh,
screaming.
Yeah,
he's
a lot,
so
a lot of
annoying.
people didn't like that guy, and
He was like screaming
I think
the whole
he's
entire
okay,
movie.
but that screaming is kind of annoying.
No, he was just being annoying the
He was
entire
just a little
fucking
bitch
movie.
the whole movie, dude. That's
Yeah.
You know what's
I
up?
watched halfway and I got enough. I got tired of his screaming and I just turned the fucking movie off.
It's gonna suck for you guys. They're bringing him back. I just found out this
Oh my
morning.
fuck. Well, I'm getting the
Guess
news.
who's not watching the new one?
I'm getting the noose and the stool for myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna hang myself up for just Jurassic World.
And the bad guy didn't seem too menacing. Like
No.
wasn't it-
Exactly,
wasn't
like-
it a general guy or some like
It
I don't
wasn't.
know.
It was.
No, it wasn't- it
it wasn't even a hint. There was like a bunch of them.
Oh, wasn't he like a dinosaur hunter or something like that?
Yeah,
A bunch of,
he
like,
was
mi-
okay. That's
Like
the
a
other. That's
poacher,
the other
right?
part. That's the other part that I was gonna mention. The fact that Fallen Kingdom is nothing original. 3 years worth of waiting, and they basically ripped off the Lost World, because Ted Levine is basically I forgot his fucking name in the movie.
Yeah,
Is
oh,
it-
yeah,
I don't know what his name was.
I don't remember either.
I don't give a crap, because he was basically a knockoff Roland Tembo in the Lost World.
Yeah.
You know, that mercenary guy. Like the fucking okay. So the thing
Well, they had
is,
so many like minor villains, and then like they didn't really. I feel like even the main villain didn't have like a set like.
just money. Basically a cartoon version.
He
of
didn't
this stuff.
have anything that made him any different from the other ones, besides that he knew the old man.
Because
That's it. All he did was have like a personal connection with the old man, and that's it. That's the only thing that made him stand out.
the only motivation he had was money. I mean,
Mhm.
Hoskins, he was kind of the main bad guy of the of Jurassic World,
Yeah.
and his motivation, it kind of made sense. Okay, weaponized dinosaurs. Yeah, you could kind of see that in this modern world, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah.
And the reason why he wanted
That
to
made-
do
that
that
made
also
them-
made sense.
But that also made him like there weren't like a bunch of like minor villains that like.
Yeah.
I mean, like even if they did introduce that, like he still stood out. He had like defining like character.
It sucks because he was a short-term villain.
He was a
and
short-term
I
villain.
would rather have him be like the long-term villain, because now the only long-term villain we're left with is basically Dr. Henry Wu. And I was disappointed from the start to
He's a
find
villain.
out
Yeah.
that he was a villain. I was like, why is he a villain?
Yeah.
Like, from the start, he's had passion for his work, but now you just made it so excessive that he wants to play God and had this.
I was disappointed with that.
It just seems really ridiculous.
I don't
at
like
this
that
point.
he's a villain now. It's
I wanted to
stupid.
mention like another thing that I didn't like about the Fallen Kingdom. Like I didn't watch the whole entire thing, but like the trailer. When I saw the trailer, I thought the whole movie was gonna revolve around the volcano and that island. But like
That's all they showed, and that was only for like a quarter
30
of the
minutes.
movie.
Yeah, like 30 minutes.
I
They were already
I
off
wanna-
the
I
island.
wanna take
Did
this-
they ever go back to that or no? 'Cause
No.
I didn't finish it.
I want to
No.
take this time to tell you guys that the whole point of the volcano was to find a reason to kill off Isla Nublar. That way we don't have to go back to it. Because after 5 movies, I think they're getting tired of the same repetitive
Yeah.
plot of people running around an island, trying to outrun
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
they kind of did.
So I think they're trying to expand. I think they're trying to live up to their name and
So
not be
how did
Jurassic
it end?
Park.
Are they on a new island or?
No, they're on the mainland now. They're in California.
Oh, okay.
They
Oh,
brought all the
actually,
dinosaurs back to California. The whole reason they wanted to bring them back is because the bad guy wanted to sell them off on an auction.
Does that have anything to do with that short movie that you watched? Because wasn't that in?
Battle at Big Rock, yeah, that's basically a continuation of that. It's like
Okay.
it's just a spin-off basically.
So are the dinosaurs like in an enclosure, or are they just roaming around California?
They're just roaming around.
Really?
Which yeah, and what I like about
That's
it
pretty
is
interesting, but that's kind of weird.
yeah, it's weird, but like what I like about it is that the interactions between the dinosaurs and the people seem genuine.
Yeah.
But I don't know
These
about
people, do the people do they even know, or are they just like kind of like walking around like, oh, there's a fucking T-Rex right there. What the fuck?
from what it seems like they do know, but
Okay.
they're living in a world where they kind of have to take their chances.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, so it's more like, I don't know, survive. It's gonna be kind of like Dino Crisis, kind of in a way. Like where you
Except just imagine Dino Crisis along the entire world because
yeah,
like,
that's good.
in
So
this
basically,
universe,
it's
yeah.
more like horror in a way, but it's gonna be with dinosaurs. That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be cool because I feel like it's gonna be like a resurgence of like dinosaurs taking over and being the top predator. You know.
And humans have to go around that. So that's a good
Kind
idea.
of
that's what I expected for Fallen Kingdom, right?
That's-
Because
yeah.
Jay Bayona, the guy who directed it, he's like, "Yo, we're gonna make Jurassic World darker in this next movie." And I watched Fallen Kingdom, and there was nothing dark about it.
No, it really wasn't.
Like,
I mean, it
what
kind of was with the whole like betrayal, but
I
it
don't-
wasn't that big.
I don't understand. Like, what was supposed to be dark about it? Was it supposed to be dark? Like,
Killing
was-
off the dinosaurs.
Very-
Like
They saw so
that's
many
not
dinosaurs
dark.
die.
We've seen dinosaurs being killed off both by humans and dinosaurs in this franchise before.
Yeah, multiple
Alright,
times, many times.
We've seen like what was the twist supposed to be the dark version? Like people messing with human genetics. I mean, you mess with dinosaur genetics. How are we supposed to be hyped about you messing with human genetics? Genetics that you have at hand, and well, I mean, I just don't understand it because
Neither do
dinosaurs
I.
you don't have that DNA, and they're trying
I'm
to tell
waiting
us.
for the I'm waiting for the dinosaur human hybrid bullshit.
No, they're never doing that.
Please no.
They're never doing that
Thank
because
God.
they introduced that concept before Jurassic World to the fans, right? And the fans responded so horribly to it. They're
Yeah.
like, "Fuck that! Don't bring that in.
No,
That's not Jurassic
I've seen
Park."
too many shit like that.
I was like that. I was like, "Fuck that!"
They
I
did
don't
that
want
with the Predator game.
Mm.
I mean, if
that
it
was
was
terrible. It was no the Predator whole human thing.
that was terrible. By the way, yeah,
in
that's
the,
another
in
thing I
the, PS, in
wanted
the
to bring
PS2 game,
up. Yeah.
holy shit, was it fucking stupid. But I feel like the whole like we're gonna have like a survival like horror movie with like that's gonna be cool. I would love
That
to
would
see
be
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be sick.
I think that it'd be great for suspense, and it would actually bring something dark to the
That
franchise.
would be dark.
But do you
It'd
think
be
they
like
would do that though? Because I feel like Jurassic Park, they make a lot of money off toys, and I feel like that'd be kind of hard to like make toys of like a darker Jurassic World.
that's true.
Yeah, Jurassic World the thing about Jurassic Park is that they've always pretty much thrived on merchandise.
Mm.
And
Like I feel like that'd be
for
hard to do
sure.
that. They
But
make-
the
that
thing
is
is,
true,
they did
yeah.
make, but they did. So Battle at Big Rock is supposed to be dark, but they made toys for those.
oh, they did.
They did. They managed to make like
Maybe, I
dinosaur
guess.
toys with those. Not like whole sets or Lego sets or anything.
But I feel like Battle of Big Rock wasn't as dark as it could have been. I feel like they could have killed like some of the people like in darker
Yeah,
ways.
I honestly thought that they were gonna take it to the extent where
and
they
it's
were
like
gonna, like
there's a clip of some guy getting ripped in half or something. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah, maybe
we
they have, like,
haven't
rated
seen a
R.
guy get properly ripped in half.
But if that happened,
The
I feel like
franchise
that'd be
alone.
hard to merchandise.
The guy like in half, and
Yeah.
there's like the Spinosaurus just like so bitch.
Kind of that toy. What's the toy that you recently got? The
The
like
T-Rex,
the-
Thrash and Throw.
yeah, like that, like the thrash and throw. They could do that.
Oh
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
thrash and throw the body.
So I think that they could because I mean
Terminator crawling.
I mean they've already ripped people in half in the franchise. I mean like just look at the I can't remember his name. The mercenary in Fallen Kingdom. I mean the Interraptor ripped his arm off. I'm not sure if you watched that.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
mean they didn't make a toy about that, but like I mean
They didn't do much
they
of
still
that.
managed.
Yeah.
That death was pretty cool. I will admit. It's just, was that supposed to be dark? That wasn't really dark. I've seen
No.
that's
seen
just
more.
that's just the dinosaur's nature to eat shit and just rip stuff apart.
I've just seen more graphic stuff in Jurassic Park than that.
They just made the Indoraptor malicious. Like, you just kill without a purpose, and that's not what dinosaurs fucking do.
Exactly.
They're animals just like we are, although we've broken the natural order with
So
how we
that's
thrived.
yeah.
Most animals, even if we cloned them, wouldn't just act out of pure malice and just kill things to kill things. They'd kill to eat, and that's how they all do.
Well, I mean, at least the Indoraptor and the Indominus Rex have some sort of like explanation.
That does like make them unique and all, but still, I feel like it's kind of stupid.
It's stupid because that's not how dinosaurs function.
That's not how animals
Even if
function.
you were to splice it in a certain way, it would have to be very specific.
Yeah.
Because you're splicing different dinosaurs that also have instincts in both hunting and whether or not to hunt at all,
Mm-hmm.
and you're splicing them together, you're still not going to get a super predator that's going to know when to hunt for sport. Like, that doesn't make sense.
No, that doesn't happen. No, that's only unique in humans.
But again, at least the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor had some sort of explanation. That's more than I could say for the Spinosaurus in Part 3. That dinosaur deliberately, like, it felt like he deliberately was chasing the people throughout the entire island, like a serial killer.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not how dinosaurs function.
No, that's that way that I didn't like that movie either. No one really likes that movie.
Even people in the Jurassic Park community don't really like that movie.
It happened talking Velociraptor.
That was.
You remember that shit?
Those are talking Velociraptor?
Yeah, even Grant has a fucking dream.
Dr. Grant has a dream and like fucking like it's like a Billy as a raptor and he's like he's like Alan or whatever.
Yeah,
he's like,
fucking stupid.
and even as a kid when I saw that I was like, whoa, that's trippy.
I was like, what the fuck? Like that, I was like scared. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow, that's kind of creepy.
That was so creepy. Like
it was so creepy.
kinda
It was
was
so
creepy.
stupid. It was so
Just a
fucking
talking
stupid.
raptor. He only said like one fucking word, but just imagine a raptor talking. Like,
No,
it's just kind of weird.
Stop.
You eat
stop,
my beans?
Stop. You eat my beans? You gonna eat that cornbread?
Oh, man.
Finish that cornbread?
Oh man. Okay, so moving on from Jurassic World, another series I wanted to bring up that I'm gonna be honest, I can't think of a good movie in this series. Maybe one or two, but the Predator series, like they remade the Predator.
They remade that one, and it was to me, to me it felt like a comedy movie.
It wasn't even a horror movie.
So
it was
bad.
so dumb.
That was totally a comedy
That
movie.
was so bad.
Dude, even the comedy, like it felt so
comedy
flat.
was like-
it wasn't even funny.
No, that was fucking
It was so
terrible.
shitty comedy.
I hated that movie.
So
They
if you want
ruined
to know,
that shit.
I think I already told you guys, but you want to know a fun fact? So do you remember Shane Black from the original, like the guy with the glasses that would make the pussy jokes?
Yeah.
He's the one who directed. This
You
new
fucking
one.
idiot.
No wonder it was so dog shit.
No
The comedy was
wonder.
so bad.
Technically, it was supposed to be better, but there were so many problems on set. I think there was even a point where he ended up, without realizing, hiring a guy who was a sexual harasser. I think.
Oh boy.
like.
Good fucking job.
They even added like a freaking comedian, like what's his name, Keegan Peele or
Peele from Jordan
Jordan.
Not Jordan, not Peele. What's his fucking name?
Keegan Peele.
Key and Peele.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget the guy's actual name.
I always forget the first names, but I think it's
Yeah.
like Keegan Key or something. I don't
And,
fucking know.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, it wasn't Peele. It was the Key guy.
Yeah, Key. Yeah.
Honestly, when I found out that his character was gonna be in there, I was actually kind of happy.
Yeah,
I
because
was
he's
like,
funny, but
yeah.
like they wrote him to be so
No,
unfunny.
they
give him like
messed-
stupid your mom
tried
jokes
too
and
much.
shit, and like
yeah.
No, they fucked up with that. Oh,
All the
God.
characters were like, what the fuck characters, you know?
it was
Yeah.
it was almost as bad as Hobbs and Shaw in my opinion. But
I did not like
I never
anything
seen Hobbs and
about
Shaw.
that
I feel like
movie.
Hobbs and Shaw is like 40 times worse, but still it was such a bad movie.
I didn't even like the Predator in that movie because, like, first off,
Which
the
one?
human.
Which
Oh,
one?
yeah,
First off, the human predator hybrid thing
Was
that
that a
went
super predator?
absolutely nowhere.
Was that a human one? I thought it was like a
I
super
was
predator.
originally talking about the human predator hype from Concrete Jungle, which did terrible.
Exactly. They incorporated that into this
I know.
movie.
I saw it, and I was
And
like, what the
that went
fuck?
nowhere. They didn't
No, it
do
went
anything
fucking
with it.
nowhere.
They killed him like 2 minutes after.
That was
Yeah.
like the big ass predator, right? Like
This is
towards
the
No,
human
not the
one?
big ass one. It was a different one. It was the one that they first found.
Yeah.
There was a human predator in the new one.
Yeah. Well, a human predator hybrid,
Let me
but he
see
just
what-
looks like a regular predator.
Yeah. They did
Really?
nothing with
Like,
it.
exactly.
They kill him off with like the huge predator, like.
The
with
one
that
thing I could
stupid shit.
appreciate, with that, like, with that movie, right, is that they added in like something new. The predator dogs, those looked kind of okay.
Those weren't new. Those were in Predators, and that movie was
Oh,
terrible
I
too.
remember those.
That movie was terrible too.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of
I
the
like
way
the-
those
I-
dogs looked.
I like the Predator designs and how they're like the whole like rival like species.
Oh, that's the one that had that ugly ass one.
Mhm.
That was cool. I will
Yeah,
admit
but
that's cool.
Those were cool, but the whole rest of the movie was fucking terrible.
Wasn't Morpheus in that movie?
Yeah, and he was like he betrayed them and he
What?
got yeeted because he was like one of the first drops or like a survivor of what the drops.
Dude, I was
Which
disappointed.
had no
disappointed with that. I was happy when his character was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Lawrence
But then,
Fishburne,
then,
that's my
then
boy.
he ended up being this weird character that had like this imaginary friend or some shit.
I don't remember.
Did you guys see that one Predator movie where it's like I don't remember like how like it goes down, but there's that one scene with that guy with the samurai sword is like fighting a predator.
That's Predators. Yeah,
That's Predators.
that was
Did
stupid.
you guys like that one or no?
No, that
It
was
was
fucking,
basically.
I don't like that scene because I don't know.
It was
I kinda
basically
like samurais, but
so. Put
that, and it wasn't the guy from Spider-Man in that one?
yeah, Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Not he wasn't Spider-Man. He was Venom.
Yeah, Venom. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was
yeah,
it?
No.
What was I gonna say? And
no,
he was like the bad guy. His character arc made no sense.
No, no.
Think of like Battle Royale and Predator put together, and you had the movie.
Yeah, because they were
Predators.
trying to survive.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty
No,
much
that
it.
was that. I didn't like that. No, that movie was bad. And then they just left on like a stupid cliffhanger, and then it was just worthless. Like
It
no
sucks.
explanation as to what was going on besides that they're just trying to survive.
Honestly, in this new Predator movie, right? When they did the ending,
I feel like it was. So
I thought
low-budget,
there
too.
was gonna be like an alien egg in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, have that you've seen the
Yeah.
ending, right? I thought there was gonna be like an alien egg
No,
or
no,
something.
it's just-
I was like, oh my god, can they fucking redeem this movie by putting an alien in there?
That's
And
not gonna
they didn't.
redeem it. Even if they did, it wouldn't
How
redeem
did
it.
Honestly,
that one,
I
how did
feel
the
like
new one end? I
It
forget.
wouldn't redeem the movie, but it would redeem how I felt about it.
It would
overall.
give me like a little bit of like extra. It would give me like some points, but it wouldn't redeem it. And
How
then
did the
instead
new
they
one
did
end?
they
I
did some
forgot.
weird fucking.
What?
How did the new one end? I forget.
He basically gets a fucking mech suit and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I like the only thing I remember from the ending is like they're on that helicopter thing and like aren't they like, trying to like get into it or some shit like that?
Trying into the ship or
Yeah,
To
the
something.
ship.
Because the Predator's like escaping or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
and they don't want him to.
Yeah, I forget how. he
Dude,
gets
Dude, the
that-
way they kill him
The
was
mech
fucking
suit is so-
ridiculous.
The shield.
Like they just shot him in the head. Like, come on, it's a predator.
After they cut him off with like the shield and shit, and he has.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was okay, but like they
That
shot
was
him.
fine, but the shitting, yeah.
I mean, come on. Not even Arnold Schwarzenegger can freaking kill a predator. The predator killed himself in the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense. It was- and
motherfucker.
this was supposed to be a bigger one, bigger and more powerful than the original one,
Mhm.
and he only got shot in the head a few times, and that's how he died. That was
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
He had like
right?
armor plating and everything, and he still got yeeted.
Yeah, it was fucking
No, that movie was fucking that was bad.
we should move on from one franchise to the other because now
Another
we're gonna be talking about
franchise.
Aliens. That one was
How long have we been fucking going at this?
It's been like 46 minutes.
40. I thought it'd been an hour already. No,
we could end it. We don't have to talk about the
let's talk
shitty
let's
alien
talk-
movies.
You really? Oh yeah, no. I want to go over Alien before we end this.
Okay.
Can someone run down all the movies in the Alien franchise? I need like a refresher.
Okay.
One,
So here,
two.
hold up. I got this.
I don't
I'm
think
the
I ever
horror.
saw- I don't
movie
think I ever
I
saw
watched
the
those as a
original one.
kid too. I like.
Yeah.
those. My
So
brother
basically,
loved
you
them, too.
have your first three aliens, right?
Yeah.
You had Alien, then you had Aliens because
Wasn't there a
there's
space one?
They're all in space.
a lot of them are in space.
Oh, okay, no, I'm thinking about Jason X. Never, or,
Don't remind me of that fucking movie.
Uber Jason.
I don't know why I thought of
That's what
that.
they
Jason
called him.
X.
They called him Uber Jason.
Are you shitting
They
me?
called him Uber Jason.
I'm getting the fucking knife and I am cutting my wrists.
Oh, that was
I
great.
hated that movie so much. My brother, any single time he like sees like a Friday the 13th movie, he's like, "Hey, remember Jason X?" I almost fucking strangle him.
I used to think as a kid, I was
Jason
like,
X was fucking terrible.
dude, as a kid, I used to think that all these movies were scary, right? Like, I would think, maybe I'm not supposed to watch them because they're actually as scary as people make them think. But as I watch them now, I realize, my God, these are so ridiculous.
Oh
The
my
first,
God.
and like the news and like scary movie franchises, usually like the first 2 or 3
Are good.
are like good and they're actually scary, but then it starts going into like comedy, like Chucky. It started going into like more fun.
Leprechaun, remember
Oh,
that
Leprechaun.
shit?
Leprechaun
in the
Leprechaun
Hood.
was never serious.
Leprechaun the fucking
Leprechaun in the
oh my
Hood.
God.
Leprechaun was never serious, though. Like,
There was like
even-
Leprechaun in like space and they got like 0%.
They
on, like,
remade,
Rotten Tomatoes.
they remade a Leprechaun movie and they tried to make it serious, but it wasn't even Leprechaun. It looked like a fucking like dog or like a werewolf.
Did you
Oh
know-
yeah. I
Oh,
heard
did
about
you know that they actually remade like they did a second remake of Leprechaun? Not a second remake. It was supposed to. It's like a Halloween. You know that it was like a remake,
Yes, I think I saw
and
that.
it was supposed to be not a remake, but it was supposed to be like a sequel, but a direct sequel to the original one.
Yeah, I
not
think that was-
counting anything
It was this
else.
one, right? That one?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait,
We
Stop it real
talked
quick.
about. Oh yeah.
my ball razor came in.
For what?
My ball razor.
Oh, his ball. Can we keep that in, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to explain what it is?
Is it still going?
It's like, okay, so I've been watching.
Oh, still going. Wonderful.
I've been watching a lot of podcasts lately, and I saw this thing called Manscaped, and I was pretty interested. Pulled
You
the
haven't
trigger.
been manscaped this entire time until recently?
Huh? What? What was the question?
You haven't been manscaping at all until recently because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
No, one of the main reasons I ordered it is it's so fucking hilarious. The Lawnmower 2.0, like they have this thing called ball deodorant and they call it the crop like preserver or whatever. It's just so hilarious.
I feel like if you put down your...
And now take a break for a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, no,
we're cutting you off. What sponsors?
Yeah.
So Pedro, do you still need like a list, like not a list, but like do you still need us to tell you about like what?
Oh wait, so where do we leave off?
So there is.
We're naming the
you
alien
name up the
movies.
first three, and then.
So there's Alien, Aliens, Alien 3. Then there's Alien Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Alien 3 is where the franchise starts getting weird
Yeah.
and boring and fucking retarded.
Oh god, yeah.
Because Alien
do
Resurrection.
any of the movies like have predators in them? Or
No.
Okay,
There's only their own movies, Alien vs. Predator.
So we're just talking, excluding Aliens vs Predator. They also did like a prequel trilogy. They started doing
two
one.
prequels. I forget the first one.
It was supposed to be a prequel trilogy, but I think they canceled it after Covenant because it did so bad.
It was
Prometheus.
Prometheus. Oh god, that was.
I never saw that.
That was weird. I just remember it being so weird.
I saw the trailer and I'm like, what is this? And then they tie at the end. It's like, oh yeah, this is Alien.
I didn't even see the end, like the post-credit scene where it was like where they pretty much showed like the most crucial part that brought these two movies together. I didn't even see it, and I was so disappointed.
No.
Anyways, after Prometheus, then is Alien Covenant, and that's when they canceled the fucking
So because it was so bad.
Wait, so did everyone know Prometheus was
not everybody, not me. I didn't know until Covenant came out.
I didn't know until the end.
So you just thought it was an alien movie, like a random movie?
I just thought it was a random movie.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
It might as well be. Like it's so weird.
And did you?
It was just a Ridley Scott movie.
Did you like that it was like part of the Alien franchise? Like when you guys
I
found
really
out?
didn't give a fuck because it didn't have anything to really add besides like.
It was almost. It was basically.
It didn't really have anything to add.
You could if you took that ending scene out, it could literally be its own movie.
Oh, okay.
Like that's how irrelevant it kind of.
So
seemed.
Covenant is weird, but it's really
That's the one that
long and
starts in the
boring
white
and
room,
dull.
right?
But the one with or they kind of have like the actual alien in it
Oh, okay, yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I think I
It's
saw
really
that
bold and boring. I'm
one.
Bull and Dory.
dull and boring. So the whole point of it was to like stress out like the origins of the fucking aliens and how they like kind of evolved.
Yeah.
Like there's like the breeding and stuff. Like it wasn't like supposed to be like exciting, but they could have just like made like a novel on it and like that been what happens. Not make an entire movie to waste our time.
If I'm going to be completely honest, a movie about all that doesn't seem too necessary.
And it wasn't. That's why it did so bad because it wasn't exciting, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
I was excited for it.
I was until it happened.
Yeah.
Joe Mama happened.
Exactly. How'd you know?
Well, anyways, is
Okay,
that pretty much all we have to say about
I
stuff?
think that's it. There's I don't know. There's a lot of remake stuff happening, and it's not doing well.
Yeah, we want.
I would like to
original.
See, Alex is a huge fan of Jordan Peele and his movies, and that's why he loves
I
it.
don't
Because
know.
they're all original too.
It's the Us and Get Out movie.
Oh.
For whatever reason, he doesn't like those movies.
They're so fucking. So that's another fucking. I don't want to.
I don't even know why you don't like those
I
movies.
just don't.
You've never even seen them.
But they're so fucking stupid.
Why?
They just are.
Wait, do you even know what the whole point of Get Out is? Like, do you know the plot?
I really don't give a fuck. Like.
I'm gonna be honest. When
I saw the trailer, I'm like, this is fucking retarded.
But how though? How do you know if you don't know the plot?
It just is.
But what was retarded about it?
It's just fucking weird. Like the fucking crazy people are like, hey, he's a black guy. Yeah. That's pretty much what I got from the trailer. And
Actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest,
that's what it is.
I mean, there's a lot more to it, but that's basically the
Are you
base,
shitting me?
That's the basis of it,
Are you
right?
fucking shitting me?
But they do it for a reason, and the reason is kind of weird, but it kind of makes sense.
Some cult shit?
No, although it kind of seems like that. I could understand why you would think it's a cult stunt. It's not. But I'm not going to tell you because I want you to see it.
I'm not going to. So it doesn't fucking matter.
All right, well, anyways.
And then with Us, it's just fucking stupid.
What? That's stupid? I thought that was a pretty neat idea. I like that idea. Doppelgangers. I feel like that hasn't been explored enough.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Just,
I've never seen it, but
I just know it's
really
about like
pretty
human
interesting.
cloning and shit.
Yeah, there's like they try to bring in a logic. That's the problem with that movie is they try to bring in a logical reason, but it didn't really need it.
No.
It was unnecessary because like not everything has to have a logical reason.
No.
It could just be what it is, you
It
know?
was just, no, it wasn't worth it.
It's worth it to me. I loved it. I recommend it to anybody who's out there who's horror fans. You guys
I don't recommend anyone who has fucking basic common sense.
It's
No,
what?
I just, it wasn't, it's just.
It's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad. It's not Fallen Kingdom. I'm just saying that it was just.
I'm not going to disagree with you on
It's
that.
not Predator, the new Predator.
I'm not going to disagree with you on Fallen Kingdom
Or
because
the
there's
new Predator
so
movie,
many
fuck that
unnecessary
shit.
things about it. Yeah.
But no.
All right, we're gonna not bore you guys with this long enough. So we're not gonna be like them and drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah, Cocks and Rocks.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you
Chapter
enjoyed this
2.
episode of the
Chapter
Pointless
2.
Podcast. Hopefully, we'll come up with a specific name. If not, then I guess we're just sticking.
Cocks and Rocks.
We're not
I'm sorry.
sticking with that.
Why not?
I'm ending this. Bye.